The Bonanza Extravaganza attracts large crowds each year, promising music, food, fun, prizes, and all for a good cause. But the fun for Councilwoman Emily Keller, who won one of the cars at the event, may be short-lived, depending on the outcome of an Ethics Commission opinion. The concern is that the union that represents city firefighters also sponsors the Bonanza event. Coincidentally, the city is in negotiations with the union for a new contract. And of course, Councilwoman Keller is in a position to influence the outcome of those negotiations. On the flip side, the car was a winning, not a gift. The Councilwoman purchased her own ticket, and it was she that almost immediately asked for the ethics review. So, Ken, what say you? Should the Councilwoman Emily Keller keep her car?
So from what I understand, Emily has opted to take the cash option instead of the car itself, pending the review of the Ethics Commission. Personally, I see no conflict of interest. I absolutely believe. I mean, she has every right to take part in the Bonanza Extravaganza just like everybody else does. It's not a gift. It was won fair and square. I see no way that it could have been rigged because she wasn't even there when they drew the winning number. So I say good on Emily for actually going immediately to the ethics review on that, because that shows that, hey, she wants to make sure there's no view of impropriety here. Mm-hmm. And I think she did the absolute right thing. And, I'm very concerned that some people are using this to attack her.
As in being a Democrat?
Well, see, I'm not going to get into the motivations behind said attack, but you're probably pretty spot on.
Okay. Well, so the bigger issue, I think, is not so much that it was rigged, but the negotiations that are happening with the fire union.
Right. And is she going to be unduly influenced as a result of winning this car?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, at this point, it's just speculation to think that, oh, how is she going to feel or how is she going to decide?
Right.
But
so, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, Jim. City Council itself does not take place in the negotiations. I believe.
Yeah, I don't know that.
I believe.
They obviously they influence.
They have influence
Right.
on it, but they don't take direct part in the negotiations.
Yeah, I don't know honestly.
And with that said, I do not see how winning a car would influence said negotiation.
Well, I think that I could make the argument. I could make the argument, but here's the problem. In my view, it would be almost impossible, given there's 4 independent machines with blowing air in them, right? And then one number comes out of each machine, and that's what creates the 4-number winner. So you've got that issue, right?
Right.
So it's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult, in my mind, to rig that. So let's, in my mind, put that out of the way.
there's 300 winners out of 10,000
Right.
that are of tickets sold.
Number 2, I think that people can. I think that people can be fair regardless of whether some good thing has happened to them from an organization. I mean, this was pure luck that she won this drawing.
Right.
Does that give? Do you think one of those union reps are going to come up and say, "Councilwoman Keller, you don't do this for us, we're not going to let you win another car"? Well, no, they're not, because they had no
Right.
no control
Right.
over whether she won the car or not. By the same token, she's not going to go up to them and say, "Hey, thanks for the car," right? Because they had no control over it.
Right.
So the fact that it is random, in my mind, What's the difference? By the way, the other thing that I understand is that she's been to these things before she was a councilwoman. So, do you think that was all set up?
Well, what was it a conflict of interest for her to I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, that's a good question.
To buy a ticket to attend the event, knowing that there were.
And I say no.
Of course,
Okay, so let's state that another way. Was it a conflict of interest for her to buy a ticket to an event where the proceeds of the event go to support
Exactly.
the local fire department and other worthwhile nonprofit organizations in our community?
Right.
Because if somebody tells me yes to that question, there are going to be a lot of expensive steak dinners at every venue in
I was just
town
playing devil's advocate
that are going to be
because
empty, because you know who you see at almost every one of those? County commissioners,
Right.
city council, state delegates. These people, that's how they connect with, in large case. Jeff Klein, you can't go to an event and not see
without
Jeff
getting
Klein.
a selfie with
Yeah,
them.
without getting a selfie with you.
John Barr, you name the commissioner or the council person, and they're there. That's what they do.
And by the way, I'm a huge Emily Keller supporter. I voted for her as well. She received the most votes out of any council member on the council, and the charisma and the passion that she has for our community speaks so much more volumes than this issue that we're talking about right now.
There may be those that would try to take advantage of a situation, luck or not. I don't think she's in that category in my mind. And I can't say that we're best buds, but I can, she was on the FlipSide for a year or so before she entered the race. Of course, once she entered the race, she couldn't be on anymore. And I have found her to be an honest, hardworking, committed, articulate, intelligent woman.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I love Emily. She's great. So, yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to leave it at
Yeah,
that.
so-
She's got the money, and there's gonna have to be some
And
ethics
I hope she
review,
gets to keep
and
it. I think she will.
pat on her back for going straight to the ethics review committee.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, up next, our panel is back with Fast Five. Stay tuned.